Los Angeles, Boston, anywhere in the USA on $223. Now through June 27th, only Eastern. 7th, only on Eastern. Fares that will make you fly.
Final score in sudden death overtime tonight here at Madison Square Garden in New York. 2-1. The Washington Capitals are the new Patrick Division champions. The first time that they have ever won the playoff championship of this division. Mike Forbes welcoming you back once again here on WDCA TV 20 along with Al Koken. And I'll tell you what, last year this team winning a division championship during the regular season, and they hung a flag at the Capitol Center. This is going to mean a lot more to me. I don't know how you feel, but winning it in the playoffs is what it's all about, and they have done it this year.
Well, we've been waiting for this moment quite a long time, haven't we, partner? Right. I mean, it's been 6 years for us as well. We've seen a lot of people come and go, but the Washington Capitals this year, I think, approached the playoffs with a different attitude. It certainly probably helped that they were the underdog, so maybe that is one of the things that rallies a team around each other, fires everybody up. But I think they displayed the killer instinct. We also have to say, as great a job as Brian Murray did coaching the Washington Capitals, Terry Murray did come in and change a few things around, and particularly that neutral zone play, accentuating not only the defensive performance in the neutral zone, but generating some speed offensively. And I think it really started to show here in these two series they played so far. So we have to give a lot of credit to Terry Murray as well. He certainly did get a lot out of his performance.
How about the role players for the Capitals? The guys who you thought you would not be hearing from except from an occasional headline coming out of Baltimore. And what a big job, a big role they ended up playing in this series. And John Druce, how fitting that he would get the game winner to win this division championship.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're looking all around the playoffs. Look at Edmonton right now. As hot a team as there probably is in hockey, they're saying the same thing about a guy like Mark Lamb, who came out of nowhere to have a dynamite series. It has to be that way in the playoffs. No team really gets it done just simply through their stars. There's always somebody who jumps up, somebody who plays a bigger role, an unexpected hero. If it's Rod Langway with the overtime goal, if it's John Druce, Tim Berglund with a big goal, and then you start to really break down the individual play of everybody. Just the little things, the hits, the things that you get changed around. The way Mike Lute suffered a terrible beginning to his playoffs and came up with dynamite work these last two games. That's all the way it adds up to a championship team.
Even Neil Sheehy had a chance to win this one, but John Druce got the job done. Right now, the Capitals just want to bring on the Boston Bruins. Let's head downstairs right now to Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. With us, the Vice President of the Washington Capitals, Lou Strugler. And Lou, congratulations to you and the organization. What's going on in that dressing room right now?
It's absolutely bedlam. David's in there talking, and so is Terry with the guys. I mean, they're so happy. Guys like Rod and Scott, this is 8 long years. And for Mr. Poland, he's in there with them now. That's been 16 long years to get to this moment in this franchise. Here comes David. Let's take David right now, and he'll...
Come on in here, David. Congratulations, big guy.
Thank you very much. All right.
A big moment in the history of the Washington Capitals, to say the least.
I've seen them do this a lot on car races and everything, so it feels good. I'm just shaking right now. It's a great team effort.
And how about the back-to-back overtime wins? This team showing has got a lot of character.
Well, I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't think we've had this necessarily our best team, but boy, it's probably the most determined team, and some guys really rounded out the whole 2 series, and we really deserved it here tonight.
I know that this was not where you want to end it now. The Capitals have opened up a new chapter in their history, but you'd like to continue going for a while.
Well, everybody's goal is always to win the Stanley Cup, but, to win the Patrick Division and the type of year that we've had, the parity that you hear me talking about all the time, this is a great feeling tonight, and, I mean, we got some tired boys in there right now, so, Jeff, we need a few days to think about the big, bad Boston Bruins, but as you've seen in this series, we'll be there when the time starts the next series.
Go back in there and enjoy it with the team, and congratulations to you and the Capitals organization.
Thanks, Jeff, and thanks a lot for all the fans there for bearing with us in 8 years. I knew we'd get it done.
All right. Caps general manager and a very emotional David Poile. Let's go back upstairs to Mike and Al.
All right, Jeff, thanks very much. You know, a great goaltending has been another trademark of the Capitals in this playoff series, and the great job that Don Beaupre did. Mike Liut has certainly come on here in this series against the Rangers and has done yeoman-like service. He had, I think Van Beesbrook probably had the bigger of the saves, at least the more spectacular, through 3 periods. But when you think late in the 3rd period, you think in the overtime and think of the chances, the one that rolled down Liut's back, I mean, there were certainly some opportunities that Mike Liut prevented, and his goaltending, another big reason why the Capitals are the champions of the Patrick Division tonight. 66 minutes and 48 seconds this game lasted. 29 saves for Liut and 1 goal against. He's now 4-2 in the playoffs. Van Beesbrook winds up at 2-3. He made 31 saves and stopped 2. Coming into the the overtime, a lot of people thought that goaltending might be a reason that Washington could finally shrug that ghost off, and it turns out that was true.
I think that's why, you know, David Poile, as you saw, obviously overcome with some emotion. Understandable, but he really put great pieces of the puzzle together, and one of them certainly was Jeff Courtnall. And you think about it, Jeff Courtnall, by all rights, should be playing here in New York City. Phil Esposito felt he signed him, but David Poile very shrewdly made a deal with Glenn Sather, got Courtnall, and really got a couple loopholes in the NHLO bylaws to go his way. I think Jeff Courtnall, who should be a Ranger but is a Capital, is standing by right now with Jeff Rimmer. Thanks, Al. Jeff Courtnall, what a great way for the Capitals to end this series.
Yeah, another overtime victory. It's great, you know. It's just great to see us move on.
How about the emotion in that dressing room right now?
Well, the guys are pretty high right now. I think, especially the guys, Scott Stevens, Rod Langway, Kevin Hatcher, the guys who have been here their whole career. I think that's a big thrill for them, and a lot of frustration built up inside. And to get out of this division, I think, makes them all pretty happy.
Dino picked you as being one of the guys that might come through that overtime goal. You came pretty close.
Yeah, well, I had to do something after that goal they scored against us. I got a little mixed up in our end, and they got one against us, so it would have been nice to put one in, but to see Drusy tip that in is just great.
I know you want to enjoy this Patrick Division Championship, but you got to look ahead now to the Boston Bruins, a team you once played for, going back now for the next series.
We definitely aren't satisfied right now. We aren't satisfied right now with what we've done, and I think to play the Boston Bruins is a big thrill for me and a lot of guys who played in that organization, and I think for us to go into Boston and win one of the first two games is going to be a big factor in the series.
Congratulations. Go on in that dressing room and enjoy it.
Thanks a lot.
Jeff Courtnall, and we're going to try to bring Dino. Dino, come on back in here. Dino certainly would have preferred playing tonight, did an outstanding job as our analyst. Come on, Dino, hurry up. Trying to get Dino back in the... Come on, let's go here, hop along. How about it?
It was great. Again, you know, just going that, Jeff made just get the shot on that, and John Drusy, you know, the guy that's pulled it out all series for him. Just a great win. The organization is just going crazy in there. They've got a long way to get to this step, and we had a little meeting in there before everybody came in, and we'll enjoy it, you know, but we're not done yet. We want to keep going. There's a lot of hockey to be played, and this team can go a lot further.
And Dino Ciccarelli's got to get healthy now, too.
I'm excited. I got a chance. Hopefully I can be back in by this series. I'm pulling.
All right, Dino Ciccarelli. Let's bring Scott Stevens, one of the assistant captains. Congratulations, big guy.
It's great. Oh, boy. I'll sleep great tonight, I'll tell you. It's a great load off our shoulders, and all the years I've been here, I don't know how happy I am right now. It's the greatest feeling.
It's a monkey off the back of the Capitals organization. They can't say the Capitals choked anymore.
No, they can't. They can pass that on to someone else, and we're just looking to the future now against Boston and keep going as far as we can. And we've been the underdogs, and it's been a great feeling. We've been hungry the whole series, and now we start going to the next one.
Thanks for coming out, Scott. And how about proudly displaying that T-shirt?
Isn't that great? That's the nicest thing you'll see.
All right. Congratulations, Scott Stevens and the entire Washington Capitol. Thank you, Scott. Let's go back upstairs to Mike and Al.
Okay, Jeff, thanks very much. You know, it really is a great feeling to know that you're the Patrick Division champions, and think of all the monkeys that have finally been cast off the backs of this team. You look back and remember being ahead 3-1 in a series over the New York Islanders and having them come back. Pat LaFontaine scoring in that tremendous overtime game, which is still the greatest hockey game I've ever seen, but the Caps lost that game. The New Jersey Devils come back and beat Washington after the Capitals had gotten past the Philadelphia Flyers on a very emotional win in overtime when Dale Hunter scored that goal, but still the Caps couldn't advance. These Rangers knocked them out back in '86. There's so many times when they've gotten close and they thought they had the talent, and isn't it ironic that the one time when everybody wondered would they even make the playoffs late in the season, and how they've gelled and how they've done such a masterful job in polishing off two teams that nearly everyone agreed had better hockey clubs than did Washington, but not so tonight.
No, and, you know, it's that interesting situation that we were talking about one coming in the underdog, but you know, you're looking at this hockey team, and I think the New York Rangers were wanting everybody in their locker room to remember that the Capitals have had this past history of having big leads in series and losing. So what did this Capital team come out and do? Not only did they make sure that the monkey is off their back, but against a team that was one of the teams that rubbed it in their face back in 1986, they made sure that the Rangers didn't get a sniff, didn't come back in it, finished it off on the road, and that is the hungry hockey team that this Capital team has got for 1990. As we said, it's a brand new decade, and they're approaching the playoffs in a brand new way. They are finishing teams off. They're not just content to be in commanding position. Now they're looking to really bury people, and that's an aggressive style, and that is the type of style that could do them well. They could go on, and they've handled Boston very well. A lot of the players on this Capitals team love to play in the Boston Garden. You get great games there, and I think they're going to have a dynamite series with these Bruins.
Unfortunately for the Rangers, the year 1940 continues to live on, and they'll have to wait until next season for another crack at it. But for the Capitals, there's still a lot of hockey left to be played, and a ticket situation that probably needs some explanation right now. We'll go to Jeff Rimmer for that.
While the Washington Capitals, just a few hundred feet away from me here, celebrate their Patrick Division Championship, we must remind you the tickets will be going on sale tomorrow morning at 10 for the next series. For the first time in the Capitals' history, they are headed to the Wales Conference Championship, and for games 3 and 4, they'll be played at the Capitol Center against the Boston Bruins. Tickets for those games will go on sale at all the ticket locations tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So again, the Washington Capitals will be home for games 3 and 4 in the Wales Conference Championship, and we'll have them for you, of course, right here on WDCA TV 20 Sports for games 1 and 2, right from the Boston Garden on Thursday and Saturday nights of next week. Let's go back upstairs for some final comments from your play-by-play crew of Mike Fornes and Al Koken.
Okay, thanks very much, Jeff. Final score once again tonight, 2-1. The Capitals win in sudden death overtime, and they take care of the New York Rangers in 5 games, winning the series 4-1. Congratulations, Al.
Well, we'll see you in Boston, buddy.
Championship series to broadcast the Wales Conference Finals from the Boston Garden beginning on Channel 20 on Thursday night. You'll see it right here on DC 20, and I'll tell you, it is quite a feeling. It is. We have a music piece to present now entitled, What a Feeling. Until next time, this is Mike Fornes for Al Koken and Jeff Rimmer saying thanks for watching and so long from Madison Square Garden in New York. Tonight's final score, once again, in sudden death overtime, the Washington Capitals 2 and the New York Rangers 1. The Capitals are the new champions of the Patrick Division. Be sure to be with WDCA Television next Thursday night for Game 1 of the Wales Conference Finals. You'll see it live at 7:30 p.m. right here on WDCA TV 20. Kuppenheimer is the official clothier of the Washington Capitals announce crew, providing our announcer's wardrobe here on WDCA. Kuppenheimer is America's #1 value in clothing for men. The executive producer of WDCA Sports is Marty Corwin. Washington Capitals hockey is produced by Bill Brown.